Crunchyroll was not happy with the responses, and my intrigue was perked. I wanted to ponder on this one. I wanted to ponder and wonder what could possibly be going on. What is Crunchyroll not happy with? Sony's big anime streaming service is having trouble with the responses they're getting. That's crazy when they're trying to cannibalize the entire industry. I mean, that's probably what this isn't about, but I mean, that's definitely been Sony's goal. I mean, I was when the whole FromSoft thing was coming out, a lot of people were like, oh, they're trying to get FromSoft because of Dark Souls. No. They want their anime section because Crunchyroll wants to be the anime, like overlords. They want to be the space marines of taking over the galaxy of anime. But let's see what this has to do. It's done by Rai Voons. If this video is good, I mean, I love smaller creators. I think that we all are out here fighting for any sort of attention we can get. So I hope you guys go follow him if this video is good. Give him a like. I'll give him a like right now. Unless the video is bad, then I will take that like away and then give him a dislike so he still gets engagement, because I want everybody to succeed on this platform.
Hey guys, Rivuns here. Sorry for the long break, but life happened. But hey, I'm back and better than ever. So let's start with the fun one. Crunchyroll wanted the anime community to drop the best anime quote of all time. A tweet that got a lot of attention. And most importantly, responses. At first, that's not surprising, right?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, you ask the anime community what their favorite quote is, you're gonna have so many gooners show up out of nowhere where they only watch hentai and it's all hentai stuff, and they're like, we only wanted anime, and they're like, lolly, 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 and that's where you start like hitting up the number for the FBI. You're like, these people need to be on a watch list.
Anyone who watches anime knows that the writing and the dialogue can be absolutely top tier. Picking one quote that you think is the best one can be tricky. Also, the word best is obviously subjective, and everyone will have different reasons as to why they like one quote in particular. Some people like the ones that have a deeper meaning, wise quotes that stick with you. Some people will like the ones that motivate you, or the ones that make you emotional, or the ones that make you laugh. Maybe you prefer—
Yeah, dude, we get it. There's a lot of different quotes. There's so many quotes. Everybody has a different quote. I mean, and I'm here to watch people get mad at each other over their quote. Wow, that's a shitty anime. Bro, Goku could body Saitama, and then Saitama could body Superman, and then nobody cares. But I care because I love drama. So let's get into it, guys.
For a specific theme, like quotes about war or death or love. And then there's one quote in particular that just stuck with you. And well, Crunchyroll was apparently curious what kind of quotes stuck with people the most. And there is actually one theme in particular that really stands out, that was featured in most of the responses that Crunchyroll received from the community. But it's not the one that they expected. And it's not the one they wanted to be featured in most of the responses, even going as far as to ban some people for the quotes they dropped. So let's take a look at some of them, and I think you will immediately realize what kind of direction they're going in. Well, for example, this person posted a pic from an anime—
No, I told you, no, all the hard drives must be checked. We need to burn it with fire, and then come on the ashes, Jesus.
Made that's apparently called Kodomo no Jikan, where this happy schoolgirl is holding up a note that says, I hope you cream inside me. And
No!
at the end that gave her name, Rinkoku Noe.
No, get the fuck out of here, you cum falcons. No.
And the class 9-1. Now don't ask me for context, cause I have no idea. And the same is true for the next picture that says, elementary schoolers are definitely the best.
No! I told you, what did I say? This isn't even pre-watch. I just fucking know these gooners, bro. I know these fucking goblins. I know how they operate. I watch anime, and then I go to, like, look at, like, anime forums, right? I go to actually, like, get a little bit of context, see if I can find something new that I haven't heard about, and these fucking dweeb goblin monsters show up out of the fucking woodworks. Now, I know some of this is probably just trolling, but there are some people that legitimately watch this shit and are so excited to see the little kids, and those people are absolute goon goblin fucking AIDS monsters.
Sometimes not knowing the context is what makes the quotes funny in the first place. Then there's this one from Neon Genesis, of already grown up enough. Or this old school one that says, if there's a hole, it's a guy's job to thrust into it. Clearly erased.
Okay, that one's... I mean, come on, guys. You're not thrusting in any holes. You're not getting out there making babies, and then like taking over the universe with your seed spreading. Come on, this is a good quote.
Or this one actually posted a short clip from an anime that got a lot of attention here. But posting the clip was clearly
Oh god, no, burn it with fire.
necessary, cause taking just one small excerpt from that glorious speech wouldn't do it justice. I mean, look for yourself.
俺は新生ロリコンだ。女性のストライクゾーンは7歳から12歳まで。つまり女子小学生しか異性として見ていない。時たま下方修正することはあるけど情報修正だけは絶対ありえない。まったく小学生は最高だぜ。誰でもいい気分なんだ。別にお前でも。ロリコンは病気じゃない。生き様だ。
I think by now
Burn him, kill him, shoot him 85 times. I'm sure he's the villain in that show, but we need whoever that is. Leave a comment in the comments and let me know who the hell that guy is, because he needs to be burned. He needs to be burned. That whole, not the guy who did the tweet. I'm talking just just guns and ammo and explosions, and death needs to follow that man. And I hope it happened. I hope it happened in that anime.
understand what kind of theme all those responses have in common. Most of them are either loot, or about lolis, or both. Topics that are constantly seen as controversial on social media, mostly just in the West for some reason. So, as usual, some response.
Okay, pause. It's controversial. It's not okay over there either, boy. Here's some context. Japan didn't like didn't have like anti-CP laws until like 2014 or 2016. I can't remember which date. You'll have to correct me. But they didn't have like anti-CP laws for a very long time, and they just recently put that shit in. And so keep that in mind when you're watching like some of these older animes. These guys were totally gooning to some like one of an anime that's actually supposedly really good. It's like Rijutsu Kensei or something like that. I don't know. The guy has a sword, but it's not like a regular sword. The blade's on the back of the sword. Ronin. I don't know. But that dude got locked away for a lot of CP, bro. A lot. He was just like harboring all of it. He had like endless servers just filled with the shit. And I think that there's some context that needs to be had there. And if you, there's a reason why when I'm watching something and I see it's like a kid and they're like sexualizing it, I instantly stop watching. I can't do it because I know that that writer might have some ill intentions and like gross because of the cultural difference. I don't think it's okay, and I think that there is a conversation that needs to be had about that. And I see a lot of the anime community get really mad whenever anybody makes that point. They're like, "Oh, it's just a weird Western perspective." I'm like, "I'm sorry, dude, but like if you have a character that's like adult or like close to 18, and then they're running around with a 10-year-old that's half naked all the time, you don't see that as gross? You don't see that as weird?" I mean, come on, guys. What are we in a fucking... And, like, why are you fucking gooning to shit like this, dude? It's a drawing first. That's weird to just be, like, blasting to a drawing to begin with. On the other, and it's a drawing of a child. Like, I don't feel like I have to make a moral grandstanding or anything on it. I think that it just is enough said that it's, like, weird. It's like when somebody wears diapers and sucks up... I mean, it's funny in context of making fun of Crunchyroll, but don't be defending it.
Responses got people triggered. This tweet with over 14,000 likes pointing out how another user even got blocked by Crunchyroll for the pic he posted. It's a girl that says, "Geez, your yogurt is not yummy at all." That's it. That's what they blocked him over. It's a real screenshot from an anime. Nothing outrageous or controversial is being shown or said.
I mean, if I was Crunchyroll, dude, I'd be trying to distance they're a company, bro. They're gonna try to distance themselves from this as far as possible, as absolutely far as possible, because what are they trying? What are they trying to do here, man? What are they like? What are they gonna? Oh my gosh, she looks so cute. She's in a little unicorn outfit. She's in a little unicorn outfit.
Do you want a fresh biscuit?
No, I have a chew-in. But if you can set me one over there and I'll eat it after I'm done here. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Sorry guys, my wife and kid just came in, and my daughter's in a little unicorn sweater. Oh, you're putting her in the thing? Okay, yeah, dude, look how cute she is. Just for a second though, because there's literally gooner shit going on in this this topic, and I don't want my daughter to be involved in it. But I got so distracted because my kid looked so cute. It was just adorable. I was like melting heart over here. That's your reaction to kids. That's what it should be. Just, oh, look how cute they are. This is awesome. They're like not, oh, dude, I want to draw them naked. That's where you should burn everything down. I'm sorry. Those people, and that's my problem with a lot of this anime shit.
And yet, cause most of the responses went into this lewd direction, they immediately thought that with that context, we must ban him. Even though there's nothing wrong with the image itself or the tweet itself.
I mean, hold on. You got her eyes tearing up, you got white shit popping out of her mouth, and the thing says, geez, your yogurt is not yummy at all. That was meant to be disgusting. Like, I'm not saying that they should have their account fucking pulled down. He probably did it as a joke, just because it was following the theme. But I can understand Crunchyroll blocking them. There's no, like, if I was a company, I would want no part in that.
Itself. A big corporation that's all about anime, and yet people posting anime screenshots is too much for them. Showing off their Western sensibilities once again.
Okay, dude, this is where the dislike comes out. Like comes out. I am not gonna like a video where he is defending this shit. I'm not saying that you can't do it. The memes are funny. It's good, but like, yeah, dude, there is a dark side of anime, and that is it. That is it. It's when they start fucking with little girls and stuff, and that is exactly what this thread was doing, and I completely understand the company from wanting to distance themselves from it and blocking these accounts. I understand why they would do that. If I was a company and I saw a bunch of people posting like it's not, maybe not explicit in context, but it's being used out of context for a purpose of being weird, right? So, as a company, I would say, you know, this isn't good for our image. I'm going to block this person.
But that was Crunchyroll being mad. In the next tweet, we have people having a meltdown over a screenshot from a manga. Chibi Reviews posted this tweet that's at 23,000 likes currently, and said, when this gets animated.
The more you desire coexistence, the more people die in your hands. Okay.
And it's a screenshot from the Frieren manga, where she drops this quote that has gotten quite famous on the internet recently. The more you desire coexistence, the more people die by your hands. And you got the usual people being offended by that quote, dropping the usual labels. Far right, Nazi, fascist, whatever. Like this tweet here once again. I'm told this is not fascism. Somehow getting over 4,000 likes on that brain dead response. It's hilarious.
I want to know what in context makes that a thing. Like, also, I hate when people like take everything out of context and make it an entire thing. Like, obviously, I kind of did the same thing, but they were doing it with an exact purpose of being lewd, right? They were doing it with the purpose of being lewd, and then being surprised when a company blocks them. Like, I'm not saying they don't have the right to say it. I'm not saying that. Do whatever gooner shit you want, as long as you're not breaking actual laws. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's not cringe, because it is fucking cringe. It's some absolute cum falcon behavior. It is not giggity schmoodle. Giggity schmoodle is only for the good ones. And this one is just like people arguing about fascism and stuff. It's so dumb. It's like, it's a fantasy world, dude. Why are we putting our real world bullshit into it? And on top of that, we don't even know the context of what this villain is trying to do. Maybe this villain is trying to like kill off half the world to create its perfect version of coexistence, and that version of coexistence will never be be able to happen by the way that they're doing it. There is a path toward peace, but not in his regard, because we see that with stuff all the time. I mean, look at Bane from Batman. His idea of creating a better world was by blowing up Gotham. Now his intentions are good, but the act in which to create that dream world he has is not good. I think that that's where the context of that disappears.
To watch them get all mad about that quote. Cause SJW saw it and immediately thought it's a message about black people or Latinos or immigrants in general. And then they started attacking the anime for being far-right propaganda. It's funny cause Frieren is talking about demons in the show. Demons are shown and described as objectively evil. It explains.
Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing. Maybe the demons want to coexist, but their way of coexisting is actually by taking over, and he's just putting it under the guise of coexistence. See, there's deeper context to be made, and I wholeheartedly agree with his points here. I think that a lot of people will look at some of this stuff out of context and they'll just instantly make an argument about fascism or try to put American culture on it and make this big fucking like pull in things that are going on topically now when this was written like 10 years ago in another country, and then it's all of a sudden a big deal because, oh well, we have some political stuff going on in the US, so you shouldn't put this out there. Whatever, shut the fuck up, dude. This doesn't matter.
That you shouldn't question their morality, cause they're just straight up evil. They have no redeeming qualities. You have to run or kill them as soon as you see them. And Frieren makes the point that no matter how objectively evil something is, fools will still seek coexistence even in the face of destruction. It's a really good quote with a deep meaning, so I can see why Chibi posted it as his favorite quote. It's probably one of my favorites as well. But it's ironic that SJWs look at that and think it's fascism. They're actually siding...
Well, and that's just kind of the Twitter universe. Is just, oh, they see something and then they put it to a context of some other thing, and then all of a sudden it's a talk about the culture war. It happens all the time. I thought that this video was going to be more of stuff like that, and that would have been fun. I did not want to discuss the morality of Wally because it's bad. It's always bad. It's always amoral. It's disgusting. That is gross. I don't care if you say, oh, well, that's just your Western ideology getting in the way. I'm like, okay, so it's a Western ideology to not want to have sex with children. Got it. I don't want to move to the East then. Like, and even in the East, they don't have that. I mean, they have actively started fighting against that and moving away from that because it makes them look bad on the world stage. So... it's not just the U.S. that has that opinion. It's not just the West. It's like the whole world is getting that opinion that maybe we shouldn't be sexualizing little girls. Wow, look at that. Whoa, crazy. Or little boys, same thing. Like kids should just be kids, bro. We shouldn't be putting them in these hypersexual situations. I'm sorry, dude. Is that crazy of me? Am I out of left field for that?
With the demons and defending them. They think they're just misunderstood creatures and that they're capable of good and that they should be allowed to coexist, when it's clearly laid out in the show that that's not the case. But you would have more luck arguing with your body pillow than with those people. This tweet kind of went into a different direction. It's one of the few tweets that's not about loot stuff or lolis or both. And there are actually a couple of other good...
They're commies. Blow the shit out of them. What the fuck? I think this is contextually in like World War II. Or the Cold War, so it makes more sense to have this rhetoric, but it's still funny. Like, it's like the same thing. Like, here's the thing, like the Russian communists were fucking awful. The USSR were like awful to people. They were a really bad thing. I remember there was a serial killer, right? There was a serial killer that was like killing young boys and young girls. But because there's young boys there as well, they were like, oh, that just means we can round up homosexuals. Finally, we have a reason to go catch all those homos and throw them in the gulag. About time. Mother Russia likes to throw gays in gulag, drink vodka. And they spent forever not catching the serial killer because they were too busy throwing gay people in the gulag and not actually looking for the person that was most logically who did the crime.
The popular quotes that I've seen that are also often controversial and have nothing to do with that stuff. I'm just gonna showcase a couple of them here. So clearly the anime fandom had a field day with that Crunchyroll tweet, being able to show off some of their favorite quotes from different anime. The fact that Crunchyroll didn't like the quotes that were being picked and even started blocking some people over their posts.
And I get the blocking. I do get the blocking when you're posting stuff that is even if it's out of context, but you're trying to be lewd and it's creating a waterfall effect. I can understand the company, because they're not censoring your free speech. They're just blocking, like, you can still say it on the platform, but they have every right as an individual to not want to associate with that. Now, I'm not big on blocking people. I don't block anybody. I've kind of ran into this situation before where maybe I should block people or whatever, but then I hold back because I'm like, yeah, dude, I stand for free speech, and I'm personally always trying to find out where the line is for me. Where is the line where I believe, like, is it my Discord? Should I be more strict on my Discord? And if somebody's being, like, honestly spamming and stuff, should I then block them in my chat? Where are my lines? And I'm always I'm fighting with this, right? I'm always fighting with this internally because I do firmly believe in free speech, but I do think I think that I'm never going to stand on the thing, like, I might have that internal thing where I'm not blocking, but I'm not going to tell everybody else they can't block people. I think that is your right. You're not censoring their speech. You just are not wanting to be a part of it. You're taking yourself out of the equation. I think as a company, the best thing to do when people are putting this stuff that could be traced back to you and you take no action, somebody might get a hair up their ass and decide, remember when Crunchyroll posted this, and then just allowed the community to do this and then try to make it their fault. Because you see this happen with creators all the time where, oh, they didn't ban these people from their chat fast enough. It's like, dude, these guys are posting, like, pictures of, like, girls with, like, white shit on their face that look like they're 9. Like, you're not gonna block them? Like, they're gonna, there's always these groups that are gonna take something like this and make it the company's fault. Like, they're supposed to police their community, so they went and policed it before it could be an issue, and now nobody can say they didn't. That was a smart move as a company. It's like the same thing as somebody came into my chat and just used the N-word. I'm going to ban them because of the fact that I have to distance myself from that type of rhetoric, right? Even though I vehemently agree with free speech, I still know that they can fall down and then put my entire channel at risk. You get what I'm saying?
Makes this whole thing even funnier. But let me know what you think about all of that in the comments, and what your favorite anime quote is. Drop a comment, a like, and subscribe to the channel. And other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.
I mean, it's not a bad video. I think he did a good job. I'll give him a like, whatever, but I think this is too sexual. They clearly haven't seen any perfume commercial. Okay, I haven't seen a perfume commercial that puts a child, like, revealing themselves with, like, fucking yogurt all over their face to make it look like cum. I'm sorry, I haven't seen that. Maybe I'm not watching the right fucking channel to get that commercial, but come on, dude. I mean, there's a different, and this is something I see as an argument, and I see it as a like, as a straw man, as it's like, oh, well, these perfume commercials have some lady that's half naked, and that's sexualizing her. I'm like, yeah, but she's not a kid, dude. Like, I think that there's a line where you should draw, where it's like, okay, this is a fucking, like, drawn to look like a 9-year-old, and they're sexually explicit, right? When there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it at all. And it's like, when they're adults, I mean, even if you go like, okay, well, they're 16. I know a lot of places it's 16, whatever. You got that 16 jump, right? You kind of get that same. I could see the argument then, but this isn't about people that look like they're already adults. Or a lot of times these are people that look like fucking kids, dude. That's the distinction. It's not like, oh, they're a highly sexualized 18-year-old. Okay, they're an adult. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, nobody. But where the problem is when it comes to these really, really, like, child-looking people. And it's not contextualized at all, that they're not supposed to be a child. It's not like, oh, well, she's just short with small tits, but she's 20, right? It's not contextualized like that. It's always like, oh, I'm 12 and I'm wearing a G-string. It's like, fucking burn it with fire. I'm sorry, dude. Burn it with fire. I mean, if they think this was offensive, don't show them other Japanese commercials. And I mean, if Japanese food wars are more erotic than this, it makes me hungry. All anime food looks amazing. But here's the thing: I think the characters of Food Wars are at least, like, supposed to be, like, adults. I haven't watched Food Wars though. I have no idea. My sister, I think, watches Food Wars, so I can't really tell you on what the perspective there is. I do think there is a weird thing where they want to make everything child focused, and there's no real reason for it. They could just make the characters 18, and I get that even if, like, when it's high school stuff, I usually don't mind either. It's like, oh, they're in high school, whatever. I mean, we did that in the U.S. for a long time, where it's like, I've always thought that argument, well, they're like 16 and they're sexualizing. I'm like, yeah, so they were the same type of shit in fucking American Pie, and nobody said anything, or Porky's, or any of these high school dramas. It's just a stupid thing to get mad because it's a cartoon. That I will stand on. Because if it were to contextualize into a live action movie, they would be played by people that were over 18. Right? But there is no contextualization. There's no actual argument for when they look like a child and they're like basically naked. there's no way to have that in like real cinema where it's not putting a child at risk. And that's what I think should be the context in your mind. God damn it, I swallowed spit down the wrong pipe. That's all I got for on that one, guys.